Nebraska and Holmquist.
Yes.
Puts it back down. It looks ridiculous.
Trips like this, to here to Holland or to Cleveland, anywhere we go, we've ever gone in 4 years now, are my favorite thing we do with the team. I just personally love going to hotels and staying in hotels, but being here with the team, it's fun to get away from school, fun to get away from everybody else. It's only the team and the coaches. It's fun, it's a good time.
They played Mount Union the first time in the conference tournament, and they just beat them by like 26.
These trips are fun. They give us a chance to get away from school, get away from campus, and just hang out with each other. And I'd say those are some of the best memories we make as a team and just as a group of friends.
The whole trips, and I mean even winter break when we're basically the only ones on campus, so it's us hanging out every day, every single meal's together. They really do a lot to solidify the team. And I can say we're playing our best basketball right now, definitely, because this is the closest we've been as a unit. I mean, everyone has really grown close over the last probably 2 to 2.5 months. And trips like this definitely play into that.
Now, we're pushing, which means this guy, get back in the box. This guy guarding Joel has to know we're pushing him. Has to know. We don't have to go guard him right now. When they're in a box like this, you got to be alert to one thing. You got to be alert to the lob right away, and we got to be alert to somebody stepping in front. But once it goes to the corner, our rules anyway are to get over here. To get over here. So now we're going to have you, or you matched up on him here in the post. You got to get around him. The other thing, if I'm guarding Gardner, this will be Will to start. I'm here, I jump to the pass anyway. So when I'm coming at him, I'm making this pass back here difficult. I'm trying to get a deflection.
Kyle Dotson, I liked him from the get-go, starting with open gyms back in the day. Knew he'd have a chance to help us this year. Austin Willetts really came into his own as well. Adam Suzuki from California. All have played a critical role at some point in time. Jordan Craigwell's got a few minutes late here in the season, but it's been a fun experience being one of the leaders now of the team, getting to influence them, rub off on them some of the traits that we have as the older guys, and just kind of set them off on the right path so that when they get older they can do the same thing for the younger guys and keep the program tradition going that we've set here the last 4 years.
Something I've learned from the seniors, but specifically Jared Holmquist, was it's possible to succeed on the court as well as in the classroom, and he's really led by example and kind of mentored me through the whole process of being an accounting major and saying like what classes to take and how to do well in those classes, and he's even helped me on some assignments. It'd be cool to just like kind of follow his footsteps, and he's doing things right. He's already got a job and great GPA, great athlete, so it'd be cool to kind of follow those footsteps.
The one thing I want to leave for the underclassmen that'll be here next year and the following years is to be passionate about being a basketball player and be passionate about everything you do. At college, at Trine University, you're there to study, get a degree, and play basketball. Those two things are the most important things to you at the school, basketball and school. And I think you should be just 110% utmost passionate about what you're doing in both those things. Because what's the point in doing either one if you're not all in? And obviously it's hard, it's easier said than done, studying and working hard on the basketball floor 6 days a week. But you just got to keep working at it, and eventually it becomes a habit, and you just accept that. And your body, your mentally, physically won't accept anything else than going 110% in the classroom and on the floor. So that's the one thing I want guys to see out of me and understand, that you have to be consistent and just passionate, because you're never going to get better at basketball, you're never going to get better in the classroom, you're never going to become a better person if you're not just passionate about the things you do.
Okay, so he's bodied up there, Ben's here. We know he can sneak in right here and maybe get one, so you have to be alert to that. All right, ball's going out, trying to take it away, jump to the pass, jump to it. Tarvis, where are you at? You got how many? Right, what if he cuts? Absolutely. Who's got to take away that corner? You two guys right here. Understand that, Austin? Ellis, get it sealed. Body up to him. Make this difficult. It means hit your chest on his chest, Austin. All right, walk through it. Down screen here for Benson, curling in. We're jumping to the ball throw there, and then they come down screen here for a shot. All right, we got to win that fight. You got to stay through, you got to shoot that gas, or how we're going to do it. Get lined up in it again, let's start.
Of the 5 seniors, I've played for 4 years with Sloan and Tarvis. They're both very good friends of mine. I've lived with Sloan for 2 years. Braden, I'm really glad he came back out and was a part of the team this year. He's a great guy to be around. He brings that toughness and the good high character like I talked about. And then Ben coming into the program for 2 years, it's like he's been here for 4 years. He gets along with everybody great. And I'm gonna just miss this kind of stuff in the hotel, hanging out with them off the court just as much as I will playing with those guys. It's a ton of fun, we get along great.
Transfer was a very tough experience. You come in and you're basically a freshman all over again. You don't know anyone, and you're expected to come in and play in a new system with new guys. And I mean, my head was just spinning for about half of last year. But the guys made it real easy to play with them, because really the coaches also, because you know what's expected of you. And when everyone's in their spot and knowing their role and playing to their role, we're successful, which makes it easy on a guy coming in new.
I mean, these guys are such a great group of guys that it's not really been a challenge to fit in, because they've been so welcoming. I mean, I've not felt once like I wasn't a part of the team. I just saw the chemistry between everybody and saw that they were all just great friends on and off the court. And it really kind of made me feel at home, and I really, really liked that. And that was a major part of me coming back to the program.
I think that we've built a culture of winning here, and that was great to be a part of. And a big part of that is consistent hard work and effort on a daily basis, basically year-round. And through all the grueling practices we go through, you look at guys like Sloan, Whitaker, and Jared Holmquist and myself, and you got guys who you know are going to show up and bring it every single day. And I think that was really what we tried to relay to the younger guys, for them to follow into that mold, to continue the tradition that has been created.
Win on 3, because that's why you're here. 1, 2, 3, win!
And welcome to the first round of the 2016 MIAA tournament. It's good to have you. I'm Casey Rutledge alongside Mike Coleman, and you're listening to the Barber Ford pregame show on 92.7 The Van. It is win or go home. Survive in advance. March is in the air, and the madness is on its way. We're at DeVos Fieldhouse on the campus of Hope College, where we have the MIAA regular season champ and 1 seed Hope College Flying Dutchman as they take on the 4 seed Trine Thunder. For Trine, they come in at 17-8 overall. They're 7-7 in conference play, rounding out the field as the 4th seed.
You have to win it. They're not going to lose it. Nobody loses championships. People win them. And if we're going to win it tonight, we got to do all the things we've been talking about. We have to execute all the little details that matter. And you know what they are. And tonight's your chance to compete for a championship. You've earned this, and that's the truth. Go out there and win it. And win it by doing all the things Trine basketball stands for. Be physical, be strong, accept the challenge, and understand, they're not going to lose it. You have to win it. Each and every possession, go out there and do everything you can. Make every sacrifice that you have to make for us to win a possession. And if we win more possessions than they do, you win the game. Let's go.
If there's a team that's more dangerous than any team in the MIAA and it's got to be Trine. And it's not because they're the best team. It's not because they have the best makeup or they're the most powerful. But when you have to win one game, just one game, Mike, you like this Trine team. They have experience. They have two studs. They have decent counterparts in Dodson and Soroka. But I like my money on Holmquist and Will Dixon if you've got just 40 minutes of basketball. Hope College has the height advantage in the starting five. Hope College moving right to left. Tip-up is underway. And now top of the key, 13 to shoot. Lob inside to Holmquist. Benson moves on to Holmquist defensively, but Holmquist gets the hip and lays it up with an easy basket. Dixon pump fakes at the free throw line. Out to Soroka, doesn't shoot much. 11 on the shot clock. Dodson, three-point ball, and Dodson from downtown. Somebody, Tarvis Malone, Kyle Dodson, Ben Soroka, whoever it is, but Holmquist and Dixon need help. They haven't had it in the first two meetings. Dodson nails a triple to start. Gardner, pump fake, 2-foot plant, nowhere to go. Now pass anticipated, stolen by Dodson. Giving Chake his blackledge and laying it in as Dodson. That was a tough turnover by Hope, and good heads-up play by Dodson, the freshman. Trine with the early lead, 5-0 run, 17:45 left. Over to Holmquist, top of the key, three-point ball, and Holmquist from the top of the key. That's only a two-point shot. His heel was back on the three-point line, but Holmquist, he has really developed that jump shot. Shouts of "Let's go Hope," feet inside, stolen by Holmquist, turnover number 3. $18 to shoot. Holmquist turns around and hits the jump shot. Over to Holmquist, three-point launch, far side, and Holmquist knew it was in as he just started walking down the court, and Holmquist, not normally a three-point shooter, just 5 on the year, hits his 6th. Benson moved, stopped at the side of the block, cross-court pass to Hawkins, 15 on the shot clock, three-pointer by Carlson, count it, top of the circle. Now Dixon trying to ISO up Gardner, fakes the pass, and Dixon, we've seen that move before, lays it up with an easy layup, throws the defense, and Dixon with only his first field goal, he's 1 for 4, comes at the 3:56 mark. First turnover for Trine, over to Hawkins. Stutter step goes up. We're moving on Dixon. It left Dixon's shoes at the free throw line, and Hawkins lays it over the rim. We talked about the lack of depth on this Trine team, just 10 bench points, and they'll really only rotate about 8 guys at the most. It's been an interesting game of runs in this first half. 12-point run for Hope College, 7-point run, and a 5-point run for Trine. Trine with the basketball, moving left to right in their road blues. Dodson, downtown three-pointer, and that one was from 28 feet. Dump inside to Holmquist, and Holmquist had a couple inches on Gardner, who crossed over on the defense, and Holmquist having a big first half, 8 points. Feed inside to Carlson, a little bit too strong on the pass. Turnover number 9 for Hope. Hope averaging 77 a game, Trine 69. Holmquist, tough corner baseline to Holmquist. He is lights out. He is feeling it. 6 of 7. 17 on the shot clock. Topside Craiglow. Carlson on him. Open man-to-man this entire first half, and Craiglow fakes off the screen, stops, pops, and hits the 15-footer. That's a nice jumper by Craiglow.
That's smooth by the freshman. About 16 feet, he goes in, comes back with a step back, pull-up jumper. That's smooth.
Holmquist shovels it over to Craiglow, 3-point ball, and that one rims around and falls in, and Craiglow with a little gunslinger action. As Craiglow hits his first 3-pointer, he's got 12 on the year, 38%. 8 to shoot on the shot clock, 15 seconds on the game clock. Shake and bake. Hawkins goes in, scoop with the left hand, rolling around, drops in the cylinder. Eight seconds left. Hawkins in double figures. Over the timeline, Soroka charging. Has to turn around, the jumper bops around and falls in, and Greg Mitchell wanted that foul as he thought Soroka with a little headstrong move, but Soroka with his first basket of the game comes with the last second, and that brings us to halftime. Trading baskets 37-35 as we go into the intermission. What a great first half as Hope with the lead.
He's sitting in that corner, man. That's the last guy in the rotation. I mean, because then he could poke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, back cuts and spills. You get denied, you got basket that
Yeah.
when this person goes up.
Like that one, I almost threw up a knee on bounce right in front of their bench. Just back cut. Yeah, I can dribble under it and throw it to Jared.
All right, but when we get some back cuts to soften pressure, good things are happening. Okay, when they want to crank, hey, they got great athletes over there, right? They'll bring in a first team all-conference guy off the bench, right? They got great athletes. So what you got to do is you got to start making more back cuts. You got to be smarter. When we have those low post entry opportunities, you got to at least give them a ball fake. Got to at least give them a ball fake and then screen. When it goes in there or we pass it down, we got to go screen away. All right, we're not getting that. We can get a back cut there. We need more basket cuts. Defensively, when we're late rotating, it costs us. Right? When we don't come up with the loose ball down in here, it costs us. We can't afford those. The effort is there. They're going to try to wear on you this half. All right? Did a great job matching up with Blackledge early. That'll be the same matchup this half. Again, fight around. Want it more. Want it more, and then attack it when it goes in. And once they stop it, because we have to stop it with 2 guys. 2 guys have to stop it. We got a guy guarding the cutter, we got a cheater, and a guy taking away the reversal. We got to close out here, and then we got to drop on the backside. We got to do all those things that we've been doing for 4 years, 3 years, 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is. We got to stay together. I'm going to tell you right now, smart is going to win this game. Smart and tough. Smart and tough. There's going to be plays to make. And the play doesn't care who makes it. Let's go out there and make more plays than that. Let's roll. Roll.
Win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win.
$14 points for Hawkins. He leads his team, and answering back with the 3-point is Jared Holmquist. And Jared Holmquist is having a career game, the senior from Reed City. 7 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3-point land. He's got 19 to lead all scorers. Their biggest leads of this game. Holmquist, he is lights out so far. He's got 21, and we still got a whole half of basketball. Now in a leaner on the baseline, skimmed the backboard and somehow got it to drop. Holmquist is in the zone, folks. And the difference is 3 points as Dixon goes in, and the defense not existent on the backside. And Will Dixon has 8 points, but 4 of those points have just been unmolested layups. Soroka, bounce pass corner to Malone, scoreless in the first half. Gardner going for the steal, loose basketball over the timeline. 4 to shoot. Dixon wheels around, goes up with the left hand, the scoop. And how did he knock that down?
Is that real? Wow, Will Dixon from half court with 4 on the clock spun into Brock Benson and used part of Brock's body to get that shot up.
Just the second basket for Dixon, 4 in the game. Feet inside to Blackledge. Loose basketball. Nice defense by Soroka as they double team Blackledge, and Blackledge looking for his first points of the game. Holmquist, full head of steam, goes up and lays it up, and nobody picked up Holmquist on the backside. Holmquist trying to move, 180, goes up, razzle dazzle, and hits the reverse layup. And folks, no other way to put it right now. Holmquist is putting on a clinic. 1 point lead for Hope. Inside, Holmquist steals the ball away. Playing on both ends of the floor. 3-on-1 break inside to Dodson. And Trine on a bit of a run as Dodson lays up on the nice feed from Will Dixon. And Trine takes the lead here in the second half. Brooks Miller's going to call a timeout for this Trine Thunder. But Trine coming out with vengeance here in the second half. They're playing spirited basketball here.
Well, you wonder what else can Jared Holmquist do. He's doing it all offensively, playing tough defense, and then he gets a tip away that leads to a Dodson fast break. My goodness, what we're seeing here is special for the senior 44, Jared Holmquist. Hope's been sending defenders at him. Nothing that Jared Holmquist has done this second half has come easy. I like the way Hope's defending it. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap to a guy who's playing outside his mind. He's attacking the rim. He's playing tough defense. He's making 3-point shots. I mean, I can't believe what I'm watching. We are in for an absolute treat. It's Trine with a 1-point advantage 5 minutes into this second half.
Now Trine will inbound, moving right to left here in this second half. Tarvis Malone back in, over to Craiglow. Screen over to Holmquist. Moving on Stibey, picks up the dribble, corner part of the block. 20 in the shot clock. Dixon trying to move off the screen. Pass in the corner. Malone, 3-point ball.
Bingo.
And Malone finds a corner, hits his first shot. Carlson goes in the land of the Giants. Backdoor cut, tipped away by Holmquist once again. Turnover number 12 for Hope. Little weave on the near side with 11 to play on the shot clock. Dixon wheels around at the free throw line, turns around, hook pass inside, easy basket by Dodson. And another miscue on the backside defense for the Flying Dutchman. Easy layups. Dixon on the drive, goes sprawling, but hit the far side and laid it high off the window. Biggest lead of the second half for Trine. Craiglow goes in, off the glass, and trying to swat it away is Benson, but Craiglow,
Been good.
he's good. 5'10", he's fearless. He's got that fearlessness that Gardner has in the paint.
He sure does. As the freshman, you mentioned it, he's got 9 points, and that was tough. You had Brock Benson closing off on the back end, looking to block that off glass from behind, but Craiglow stuck it in. The scoop shot, that's good. Count it.
Boy, we've been impressed with Jordan Craiglow. Not so much the first game, but the second game he really came in, had some good minutes, scored 6 points for Trine in that losing effort, but he played 23 minutes. So the freshman from Gutsenberg representing as he is third on his team in scoring so far this evening. Both teams shooting at 46% from beyond the arc. Both teams shooting 57%, but they've made and attempted the same amount of field goals, 20 for 35. Casey talked about the double up a rebounding margin. Hope with 22 rebounds. Trine, never a good rebounding team, but they do so many other things well. But one thing, Hope has the advantage, 77% from the free throw line. They've shot one more free throw than Trine, and Trine 7 for 12 from the free throw line. And in a close game, those are those intangibles that could be extremely vital. Malone drops down a pair. Nobody shoots better free throw percentage than the Trine Thunder. 82% leads the MIAA as a team. 5-point lead. Dixon with a step on Hawkins, and Dixon for the third straight shot. He has an unmolested layup, and that first step is a killer for Dixon.
It is, and though it wasn't very contested at the rim, it was the movement by him and the dribbling that he displayed to get him that open. A beautiful double crossover move. He's got 10, and you would imagine he wouldn't go down quietly.
68-65. Hope of the lead. 3:55 left. Inside, scoop shot, and Malone will lay it in. And boy, the defense down low is just lax for Hope College. They have disintegrated down low. 6-0 run for Trine. And Hope will call timeout with 3:39 left in this one. 1 point lead. Hope 68 and Trine 67. Now Holmquist goes in, leaner off the glass, and Holmquist, tough shot.
And he was quiet for a while, right? But that bucket, man, was that tough. He's got 27, and because he's been quiet, Trine really hasn't been able to take away at the lead at all.
Gardner pump fake inside to Benson, and Benson with the offensive foul. And Benson will pick up foul number 4. And I think if Benson would have just kept his momentum, he just had that charge with the left shoulder. And Holmquist goes down hard, and now you've got Blackledge and Benson with 2:53 left, both with 4 fouls. Malone, baseline, backs up with a right-handed dribble and goes topside circle. Hawkins on him. Hawkins playing with 3 fouls. Malone with a step left side in the corner to Craiglow. Stivey on Holmquist. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dotson, 3-point shot. Fake the shot, gives it to Holmquist. Turnaround jumper missed by Holmquist. Loose basketball picked up by Dotson. Fresh shot clock over to Dixon. 3-point ball, and that one is money. Wow! Boy, you saw that one going to fall before it got to the halfway point, and Dixon with his second 3-pointer in the game. And Trine retakes the lead 72-70. Benson double team, goes top side. Carlson lines up a triple. Come on! Hits the back of the rim and lays down. Chad Carlson with his third triple. And Hope back with a 1-point lead. 1:27 left. 47 seconds left. 26 on the shot clock. 20-second discrepancy. Trine with the basketball. Trying to take the lead. Dixon, who they going to give it to? Off the screen from Holmquist. Backdoor cut. Has a move on Stivey. Goes up with the left hand. And Holmquist goes down hard. And Stivey, no choice but to foul. But for Jared Holmquist, the top free throw shooting man in the MIAA, he's going to shoot a pair.
And he leaves balls to fumble. He's going to make openings. So what we have to do down here at this end is we got to make sure you get out to a shooter. You can't get caught on a screen. If anything, you got to freak out. You got to get out there. You have to make it to the free throw. You can still attack the ball. You lost early, and he picked it up. Just like he showed you. Really hard. So upright, stay out. Everything is out there.
Bounce of the basketball, drops it up and lays it down. No doubt Holmquist, pretty cool customer at that free throw line. 1 point lead, 35.1 seconds remaining. A lot of time for Hope. Second one is away, and that one is perfect. Holmquist over the 30-point mark. 33 seconds left. Hope down by 2. Hope has been outscored by Trine 41-38. Ball tipped away into the hands of Blackledge. Checked it over to Benson. 3-point launch by Gardner off the side of the rim. Fight for the basketball, and now Malone is fouled on the near side. That one rattles around and falls through. 4-point lead. And we'll see how much Trine contends as Hawkins tries to split the defense. Pump fakes a triple. Over to Carlson. In the paint. Into Gardner. Slashing up with the right hand. And that one falls as it gets a membership bounce and lays it in. Will Dixon goes down hard. They're the best free throw shooting team in the MIAA. It wouldn't surprise me if all their free throw shooters are on the floor right now. Dixon is great. Holmquist, both of those over 80%. Tarvis Malone has proven he can hit those in the clutch. So the senior has hit 4 of 4. And Craiglow, the freshman from the line, 2 of 4. If Craiglow's in the game, I'd have to go to the freshman, but we might not have that option. Craiglow, Holmquist, Dixon, Soroka, and Malone. Soroka, good free throw shooter in his own right. For Trine, it'll be Gardner, Carlson, Hawkins, Otto, and Stivey. Craiglow, he's going to try and inbound it. He's got to hurry. And into Holmquist. And Holmquist is fouled, and that is one of the last people you want to foul, but no choice, as the leading free throw shooter in the MIAA will go to the line to shoot a pair.
You probably do need a 3 if this thing gets stretched to 4 points. It's not enough time for a quick 2, and Holmquist makes it. It's going to be Carlson.
7 seconds. Holmquist makes a pair. 3-point launch by Carlson, no good. And the ball caroms away, and that could be the ball game as Gardner will foul Malone in the backcourt. And with 1.7 seconds left, it's going to be a moot point as Trine at Hope College returns the favor from last year.
Trine is a tough 4 seed, although we've beat them twice. But you look at Trine, you've got Will Dixon and you've got Jared Holmquist. And I'm telling you, if a player can come in here in the MIAA in a game and get 33 points, I mean, that was the danger for Trine.
Well, that's the final here at DeVos, 82-77. Greg Mitchell, Brooks Miller shaking hands, and a fantastic effort by both teams. It was a seesaw affair, and Trine celebrating with their faithful off to our left. And Greg Mitchell with some words of encouragement for Jared Holmquist. And a fine effort by Holmquist, the senior. What a ball game, 82-77, a convincing win for Trine. And they deserved it, Casey. They did a lot of things well. They shoot 60% in this game.
We walk out of this locker room together. We're geared into finding a way to get win number 4 against a very, very good opponent that also beat us twice. I'm very proud of it. Okay? See you in a little bit. Let's go!
3, 1, 2, 3.
I just, that's a really, really talented team. We were fortunate to come out here and beat. And I'll say they were very disciplined defensively. They just put so much pressure on them. And I thought, obviously having a guy like Jared Holmquist makes a significant difference against any defense, but I thought they did a really great job. They've always been very prepared for us. They're so physical, and I think the game we lost here 2 years ago in overtime really helped us win this game. And I think Jared, Will, those guys can really attest to that. Some of the things we went through in that game, we had experienced in this game, and we made some plays. And maybe that's just a coach looking back and saying, made a difference, but I just really think about that because that game haunts me to this day. But I was just so proud of the leadership we've had, and then obviously the minutes we've been getting from our bench with Jordan Craiglow stepping up, Ben Soroka handling the ball, Tarvis Malone hitting a gigantic 3, and then making some free throws and a couple of loose balls. So I'm just really proud of our team because we've been up and down all year long with the start we had, and then the level of play we had in the conference. I think is extremely high. And we've kind of battled through that and playing our best basketball.
Can you explain how you shot 61%? You're talking about Hope's great defense, and then so many layups. What did you find that created so much opening
I think, when they got up to pressure us, and we didn't do a good enough job last time. Coach Dalma is still my biggest critique to this day, and he told me, you're trying to do way too much off the dribble. And we had 28 turnovers last time we played in this building. So I think we did a little bit better job in the second half, especially relieving some of the pressure with back cuts and then one guard fronts. Last time, all year long, we've kind of been going with a 2-guard front. It's kind of a big part of our motion, and this week, or last week actually, Coach Lindsay and I were talking. We thought, hey, let's go to a 1-guard front, and we get shorter passes, get them down to the wing, and put a little more pressure on the defense that way. So I thought when we ran release with Jared or Kyle Dodson popping to the top of the key, that helped shorten our passes and kept them from us making 4-point mistakes that we don't get, and Gardner going the other way for a layup. So I thought we avoided that, especially in the second half. But we got some really good players. One sitting here who I think is the best in the country when it comes to what he brings to winning. Is not just scoring, sharing the ball, all those things with the basketball, the things he does communication-wise, his ability to stop the ball in the paint, whether it's on the drive or guarding bigger posts, more athletic posts, night in and night out. His contribution to winning, I think, is second to none. Nobody I've ever been around at any level has been able to do the things he does that don't even show up on a stat sheet. So I'm very proud, and we're all very lucky to have Jared represent Trine. More importantly, to coach a young man like that has been it's the highlight of my career.
Was there any kind of motivation you had coming into this game to drive you to score 33 points and be so strong into the basket?
I didn't want it to be my last game. That's what it all came down to, is I'm not ready to be done playing basketball, and I know that whenever we do lose, if we lose, it's over for me. And so that's huge motivation. Just want another day.
Home's only a couple hours away. Did you have family and friends here?
Yep, I had a lot of family and friends and some relatives. Actually, though, there was a home high school game that was a big game in my hometown tonight, so I'm hoping there will be more people down here tomorrow since we won. So I don't think as many came today as they wanted to.
What does it mean to you to beat Hope on this floor when they're the top team in the top seeded team?
It's been 3 years in a row losing the conference tournament game to them, and it's awesome to finally get the win. I believe we could do it. Obviously, everybody over there believed we could do it as well, and we responded when they had little runs. We had a run of our own, and just stayed with the fight the whole way, and we're fortunate enough to come out on top.
Was there a point in the game where you felt, hey, we can win this? I know you're supposed to have go out there at the start of the game and say we're going to win, but was there a certain point, first half, second half, where you say, hey, we can do this?
I knew at halftime, only being down 2, because I didn't think that we played our best half in the first half. We had some few mistakes, loose balls we didn't get, and things that if we could clean those up, we'd be on top of the scoreboard to set it down by 2. So at halftime, being down 2, knowing we didn't play our greatest half, I thought was a huge lift.
Individually, your best scoring game?
I do not know.
He had 35 on senior.
He had 35 last Saturday. That's his
Yeah, you don't want to quit playing, do you?
We set the bar high. Those of you coming back understand where it's at. We've taken a new step every year for the last 4 years. I don't expect anything less in another 8 months. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team.